Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel where today we are going to be discussing, in my personal opinion, the top 5 draft needs for the Green Bay Packers to fill in the 2023 NFL draft. And these would be like general position groups and what I think about them as well, and where I want the Packers to try to pick up these positions as well. So before we get into the top 5, please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing to the channel for more, and I'll go ahead and get started with you guys right now. For the number 5 position group that the Packers need to address in this NFL draft, I am going to go with the quarterback position. Now, hear me out. I know we got Jordan Love. He's going to be our starter. No questions at all about that. But what the Packers do need is a backup quarterback, as currently there isn't one, unless you want to count Aaron Rodgers, who is going to be traded probably in a few days. And so there's a couple routes the Packers may go. They may sign a veteran guy in free agency, but they could also use one of their later round picks, the 5th, 6th, or 7th round, to draft a guy to be a backup. And I would expect them to rather do that, as it would be a cheaper option, especially with cap concerns. And so I do think that the Packers will try to fill the need of a backup quarterback. With the number 4 spot on this list for me is going to be wide receiver. I know you guys are going to be saying the Packers need to draft a wide receiver in the first round, get Jackson Smith-Njigba if he's available. But to me, wide receiver isn't the most, it is a need on the team, definitely a need on the team, but it isn't the most pressing need, as I think the other 3 position groups I'm going to talk about need more than a receiver, because we still got guys like Christian Watson. I think Romeo Doubs is going to have a good season, and I do think the Packers will address receiver. But this is a deep receiver class, so I think they'll probably do a first round, maybe second or third round, but we don't need to add as much to the wide receiver room, as I do think we need to build up these other 3 positions I am about ready to talk about. So wide receiver, number 4. For the number 3 position group, I am going to go with edge rusher. And this is, I think, more important than having another wide receiver, because we only have one or 2 guys at edge when we need to have a consistent pass rush. After Rashawn Gary went down with injury last season, our pass rush just completely disappeared. And you cannot succeed as a defense if you don't have a pass rush. So, but the good news is, in this draft, it is a very, very deep edge rushing group. So I wouldn't be surprised in the 2nd or 3rd round, the Packers are going to pick up somebody who can be on either a starter right away because of Gary's injury, or be a really good 3rd or 4th rotational piece in the 2nd or 3rd round. And I would hope that they would do that. For the number 2 position group that the Packers need to draft in this upcoming NFL draft is the tight end position, as we only have Josiah DeGuara and Tyler Davis on the roster as tight ends. And I'm sorry, that is not acceptable. And I do think the Packers are realizing this, and they're probably going to use one of their 2nd round picks on a tight end, as frankly, this is one of the deepest tight end classes in a very, very long time, with guys like Dalton Kincaid, Michael Mayer, Darnell Washington. A lot of Packers fans really love him due to his amazing size and really good run blocking ability, which could fit very well with the Packers scheme. Luke Musgrave and a lot of other, Sam Laporta, a lot of really good tight ends. I wouldn't be surprised if the Packers go and double dip into tight end, getting a high end guy in the earlier rounds and a project guy in like the 5th or 6th rounds, as there are a lot of really hidden gem tight ends potentially in this draft. So again, tight end, big position of need to fix. And the number 1 position group that I think the Packers really, really need to address in this upcoming draft is the safety position, as the Packers don't really have any guys capable of starting at a high level. Right now, we got Rudy Ford, who is like average at best, and Darnell Savage, as we all know, is not capable of being a starting safety in the NFL. And a bunch of guys like Dallin Levitt, Tariq Woolen, and a couple other guys are mainly there for special teams. And especially in this class, which is honestly a pretty weak tight end class, the Packers should probably try to strike early in the 1st or 2nd round on a safety prospect like Jordan Battle, Brian Branch, a couple other guys like them. The Packers absolutely need a safety because we don't have a center fielder. We need one really, really bad. So in recap, my top 5 draft positions are: number 5 is quarterback, number 4 wide receiver, 3 edge rusher, 2 tight end, and number 1 is safety. Hopefully the Packers front office is smart enough to fill some of these needs. I don't expect it to be perfect because no draft ever is, but we really need to have a good draft to really set up this team for success in years to come. Well, let me know what you guys think down below. Please feel free to comment on the video, and I'll see you guys again very, very soon.